All right, let's address the big question, the elephant in the room. Did the COVID jab cause or have something to do with Bronny James' sudden cardiac arrest? This is Dr. David Chao, Pro Football Doc, Sports Injury Central. At SICScore.com, we try and provide injury analysis, not injury reporting. I see all the social media stuff about the vaccine and whatever. We went on Jim Rome today, went on Doug Gottlieb and Fox Sports today. We talked about a lot of the medicine science and what can potentially happen. But I feel like there's still a lot of misinformation, and there's some out there that think I'm actually afraid to address the issue. I'm not afraid to address the issue. I just want to address it in the right form, not get taken out of context with a quick snippet. So here are the thoughts. First of all, I am an orthopedic surgeon. I am not a cardiologist. I am not a primary care specialist. I am not a COVID specialist in any way, shape, or form. However, in my role as a head team physician for 17 years for the Chargers, it was my job to be the spokesperson for the medical staff, gather all the data from the cardiologist, gather all the data from any specialist, and present it to team ownership, management, coaches, players, etc. That's the role that we played with Damar Hamlin. We didn't want to speculate when Damar Hamlin was on the ground. If you remember, it was very emotional for me. But I figured if I didn't step up and Sports Injury Central didn't step up to talk about Damar Hamlin while he was on the field, then what are we doing? And it's the same feeling here. We talked about on national radio today and at Sports Injury Central the main potential causes of sudden cardiac arrest in young males. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, number one. Number two, anomalous coronary arteries. Number three, some sort of electrical disturbance or some sort of conduction issue, electrical issue, signal issue, rhythm issue in the heart, like Wolff Parkinson White. That is 1, 2, and 3. Sudden cardiac arrest in young males. Young, healthy, active males, larger males, workout males, has been around for quite a while. As a matter of fact, the risk is 1 in about 50,000, which is just extremely high. This is why for pre-participation physicals, it is important to try and screen that, at least with questionnaire, if not an EKG, ideally refer for echocardiogram. This is done at the NFL level, obviously at the combine, at the NBA level. Hope colleges will do it too. Everyone's heard of sudden cardiac death before. Not saying Bronny situation the same as Len Bias or Hank Gathers, but it's been around. Pistol Pete Maravich was an anonymous coronary artery. In any case, let's address the question at hand. There's no question that myocarditis can be a cause of or have it be more likely to have sudden cardiac arrest. There is no question that COVID itself can potentially lead to myocarditis. There is some anecdotal evidence that the COVID vaccine can have a higher propensity for myocarditis. However, we have to remember myocarditis has been around a long time. Myocarditis is associated with any viral infection, mononucleosis, influenza. This is why doctors restrict young athletes from returning to sports early from some of these diseases. So there's a lot of potential causes. Bottom line is this, and I'm not trying to be political or controversial. Some of you heard my vaccine things. I personally have been vaccinated, but I did not vaccinate my young kids because I thought the risk reward wasn't there. I'm vaccinated, my wife is vaccinated. The bottom line is this: if you look at epidemiology and what's known medically out there, there is no question that the number 1, 2, and 3 are what I listed before, and it's not COVID or the vaccine. There's also no question that we can't prove at this point in time what effect the vaccine or COVID itself did or did not have. We don't even know the details in Bronny James. I just think it's not correct to come out and say it's because of the vaccine for sure. I'm not even saying it's hypertrophic cardiomyopathy for Bronny James. I'm just saying that happens to be a number one cause. We hope it's other causes, simpler causes in terms of what's going on. The bottom line is this: I'm not afraid to step into the fray. I am an orthopedist, not a cardiologist, but in my role as team physician for you guys, trying to give injury analysis, that's a quick summary of where we're at medically out there today. Not trying to be political, lab leak or not, but myocarditis has been around a long time before COVID. Myocarditis indeed leads kids to have an increased chance of sudden cardiac arrest due to arrhythmia. Myocarditis is affiliated with lots of viral infections, including before COVID. Nobody knows for sure long COVID or what effect it has versus the vaccine. So is it possible that Bronny's current situation is related to the jab or the vaccine? It's possible. It's possible the Texans win the Super Bowl. It's possible the Cardinals win the Super Bowl. But this is not the Chiefs or the Bills or the leading contenders. That would be hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, enlargement of the muscle walls in an asymmetric fashion, causing a problem with the pump. Number two, the artery issue in terms of anonymous arteries in the heart. Number three is the electrical anomaly. Down the road is some of the other ones. So it is possible that Bronny James' situation is related to the vaccine or to COVID, but it's much more likely these other things. I hope this addresses the issue. I'm not shirking anything. I welcome meaningful conversation. I probably will have the left and right mad at me, but I feel like it's my job to interpret for you as your personal team physician what the state of the art is. It's not uncommon. 1 in 50,000 young men have sudden cardiac arrest, which is an alarmingly high number, and that number was from studies pre-anything COVID. Hope this explains the situation in a fair manner. Go to sicscore.com. If there's any additional information, we'll have it there. Thanks for watching.